Hey guys, welcome back or welcome if you are new to Corey's Nail Diary, where we talk about books, nails, and everything in between. Today is officially Bookmas Day 20. Guys, I didn't think I'd make it to Day 10, and now here we are at Day 20. Only 5 days left after today. Kind of sad to see it go, kind of happy to have my life back. As silly as that sounds. So I'm looking forward to these next couple of videos, but I'm also looking forward to a little bit of a break. So let's get right into today's video. For Day 20, I thought it would be really fun to talk about books that I would want adapted into movies. So with The People We Meet on Vacation movie coming out in January, and that's like my perfect ever adaptation. The author who wrote How to End a Love Story actually adapted Emily Henry's book to be for film because she's also a screenwriter. I love that, girl power. Because of that, I know for a fact that this adaptation would be really good. So with more discourse of that coming up, with it becoming January soon, I figured it'd be worth me listing out which of the books I've read I wish were movies. Today, to keep this one short and sweet, I only have 5 books on the list just because I wanted, you know what, because these are the 5 that really spoke to me, and nothing else really spoke to me yet, so that's it. I'm gonna start with my holiday movie pick first. So first off, I think that any holiday film would be good for Lifetime, Hallmark, those types of channels, but I think one that would thrive either as one of those types of movies or as a bigger budget movie would be In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I think that this book has the correct plot going forward to make it like a rom-com mystery type of thing, and recently Hallmark and Lifetime have both been kind of like edging out of just being rom-com, so I feel like that'd be a good turn for there. I also could see a studio like Netflix or just Netflix deciding to pick up this book because it was that good. So yeah, if you guys don't know, the main character of this book, she and her family go to like her family friend's cabin every single year for Christmas, and she's more or less stuck inside of a time loop, and at the end of the original time loop she finds out the ending of everything, and she didn't like that ending. So basically her entire time is to try to change that ending until obviously the story's over. It's very cute, there's some romance bits, it's mystery, it's cozy, it's holiday. It's just all in all a great book if you haven't read it, and I think it would be a great movie too. Next up is a bit of a newer book, so a newer pick. It's called These Summer Storms. This is a literary fiction book about a rich family whose father dies and they more or less have to fight for their inheritance. And it's like a little mystery feeling. There's also like a smidge of romance as well. I think that this one will most likely would get a theater release. So I don't really think it would be a Netflix one. I think that actually a studio would pick this book up. This book was great, actually. I really enjoyed like all the twists and turns. I enjoyed the actual storytelling, the plot, the characters. Really, if I had to compare this book to any like TV show that's currently around, it would be White Lotus. It's just like a bunch of rich people who want to continue being rich, and they are doing whatever they can to stay rich. So yeah, it's very, very entertaining. I could also see it as limited series. So I definitely think that would be a good pick. Okay, and up next is also a bit of a newer pick as well. This book is called Immortal Consequences. This is it right here. This is about 6 like teenagers who died early and end up in this like conservatory where basically they're like in between heaven and hell, and they're more or less fighting for their chance to live forever, which is like crazy putting it that way. But each of these students ends up having one person paired with them. So this is a 6-person story, you get 6 different point of views, and it's really, really cool. It like kind of is giving Hunger Games a little bit. Hunger Games mixed with like Harry Potter in the way of like you're fighting for it, but also you have these powers already. This book does have a sequel coming out next year, but I think that it would be really cool for this to get its own movie series. I do think that this would be more of a big office release rather than streaming, but who knows. Also, I could see this as a series as well. You could have like an episode for each different I don't want to say couple because a few of them aren't actually couples, but each of the pairs could have like their own set of shows, if that makes sense. But yeah, that book was really fun, and I if you haven't read this one, I really recommend it. And next up is another Christina Lauren pick. I'm sorry, I have to, okay? This one, selfishly, I hope does not go to Hallmark or Lifetime. I hope that this is instead like a Netflix or Big Office, because this story was just so good. So basically, this is the second book to the Soulmate Equation series. You don't really need to read the Soulmate Equation before the second one. I didn't, and I was fine. Like, you know what I mean? So basically, the main character is a romance author, and her friend had created an app where I forget exactly what it uses, but it uses something to find like your perfect soulmate type of thing. Because she's a romance author, this TV producer reaches out to her and is like, hey, we're doing a TV show similar to The Bachelor, and we would love to have you on there since people know you as a romance author. And she's all like, oh, I don't know, like, I don't really date like that, like, you know what I mean? So basically, it's like this really cool series where she is like getting to know each guy, and like you get to see who she ends up with in the end, but ultimately the actual Soulmate Equation app is what decides who she ends up with. I think that this has the possibility of working out really, really well. I mean, who doesn't love a reality show feel and that type of trashy TV feeling? I think this one, I could see it as a limited series, but I think I would rather have it be a movie just because I know what happens. But I really think that someone is sleeping on this, because this is an absolutely great idea. I was astonished by this. So I really hope that someday someone picks it up and adapts it. And if you're watching this, Christina Lauren, and you need someone to adapt it who like knows how to do some screenwriting, just saying. All right, and my last book on the list is Thieves Gambit. This book was really, really cool. I have not seen the Divergent series, but this is kind of what I imagine Divergent to be like. This is basically following a teenager who finds out that her mother is a spy. It's giving Spy Kids. And she more or less joins this competition to become like the head spy at the company that her mother currently works at.
Okay, so I messed up here. It's actually because they kidnapped her mom and she's trying to get her mom back.
And it's a storyline where it's friendship, it's enemies to lovers, you know, everything with that. This also has a book too. I have not read the second book yet. I need to get on that. I haven't. I need to. But regardless, this would be great as a limited time series, because I remember reading it and it went bang, bang, bang. Like things just kept happening. I'm not really an action reader at all, to be honest. So the fact that I really liked an action book this much, to be talking about it to you guys over 2 years later, that says something. I think that would be really fun. I think that I could see it as like an HBO show, but I also could see it as a movie, but I think it'd be better as a show. Thank you guys so much for watching A Bookmas Day 20. Let me know if you read any of these books down below, and if you agree with what I said, or if you guys want to see a theatrical release out of any of them, let me know. See you guys here tomorrow for Bookmas Day 21, where I might have a now vlog for you guys, because look at these. Yeah, those babies are done for, and it's 5 days until Christmas. We need to do Christmas/New Year's nows. So I'll see you then.